Stephen Blinn, your host with Wytlabs, an e-commerce marketing agency. Today's guest is Camila. Camila, feel free to introduce yourself and let our viewers know about yourself and your background.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Camila Montoya. I'm proudly Colombian, and I have a sustainable jewelry brand that it's called De Francisco, that I believe we will talk about later on. But to introduce myself a little bit, I am actually an architect. I studied architecture as an undergrad. And then I was loving while I was studying it, but when I would start working, it wasn't as creative as I thought. And this is when I started doing jewelry classes for fun. And I started doing it while I moved to the US. So I got a job in Miami. This is the first time when I moved to the US in 2019. And in my free time, I started doing jewelry, and I was just, I don't know, it was just so creative, and I love it. I love the metals, I love everything about it, and I started doing it with my mom. This is why the name of the brand is De Francisco, because it's my mom's last name. She's my partner in all of this journey, and that's it, a little bit of myself.
Awesome. Well, tell me more about your brand.
Yes. So we launched De Francisco 3 years ago. Actually, yesterday was De Francisco's third birthday. So
Congrats.
we turned three.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm really excited. And so while I was doing jewelry classes for fun back in Miami, I had always this need of become an entrepreneur. Don't ask me why. I think my father pushed my brother and I a lot to become entrepreneurs, and then my brother started some years before me, and I saw him all of his career, his journey, and I was so impressed by that. And I wasn't that happy at my previous job, and I started a master's in New York City, and in this one of the main pillars was sustainability. So I already have this idea of like designing jewelry. I bought myself like a 3D printer because I knew all of the 3D because of our architecture. And so I started designing animals and plants because this was my idea to express Colombia through fashion. I don't know if many of you know, but Colombia is the second most biodiverse country in the world. So this was like my idea to kind of like show my culture in a fun way, but also doing like fun pieces. And so I started doing that. And while I was studying my master's, I started developing my business plan with a main pillar of sustainability. So De Francisco is a sustainable jewelry brand. We design everything in 3D. That way we can reduce the wax waste, the water use, the energy use, and we cast everything in recycled materials. The first material that we used was silver, that we take it from computer parts, kitchenware, all jewelry. So everything we melt together and we create new pieces with like existing material. And the latest one that I'm really proud about is recycled glass, that we're taking it from bottles, jars, and windows and more. And this was our latest collection that we launched in February 2024. And it's a mix between silver and glass. We hope to introduce more new materials, but so far we have two.
Awesome. That's amazing. So who is your target audience for the brand?
So to be honest, it has switched over the years, I will say. So at first I thought that it was mainly women. It was women that either are like in the design and artsy environment or actually believe a lot in sustainability, or are Latin because they feel connected with the community. And although these still are our target audience, we have known that men actually really like our pieces. So we have a strong community in men that have buy our pieces. We have a strong Asian community that really like our pieces. So this one has been another amazing thing that we have found through the years.
Awesome. Well, tell me why you are different, or shall I say better than your competitors?
Yes, I will say that how we have put it on Instagram and our website and everything is like we make cool jewelry with waste, and this is what we have become known about pretty much. We're trying to revolutionize the fashion industry, more so the jewelry one, to explain to the people and kind of like educate them too, to tell them, hey, we can still do fashion, but we can do it in a sustainable way. And so in any of our campaigns or the videos we do and everything, and everything with that, we're not just trying to sell cute jewelry, because you can find cute jewelry anywhere, but we're also explaining to the audience itself, it's just like to buy from sustainable products. And so this is, I think, that have made us unique pretty much. So yes, our pieces, like, I actually spend a lot of time in designing them, because I believe in design. I'm a creative myself, and I love design, but I know that overall, if we want to make a positive impact, we need it to be sustainable. And this is why we're not only sustainable in the design process, but we are also sustainable in the production part of the brand.
Gotcha. Awesome. So, being around for 3 years and being an entrepreneur, I'm sure you've faced
Yes.
some challenges. What are some notable challenges that you faced, and how were you able to overcome them?
To be honest, I think that every day you have to face challenges, and this is something that I love hate about being an entrepreneur. So I actually really enjoy that, but I also hate sometimes, because you're like, every day that you wake up, you need to face like a new challenge. And I said that over these 3 years, we have like overcome many different ones. We start with production. This is something that the first year it was really hard, because we needed to find people that were willing to work on us and believe in us, and we believe in them. So this was a huge for us. We spent the first year like trying with different artisans that were willing to work with recycled materials, and this kind of like, it was a hard one. And then, for example, as soon as we start like sending inventory to stores or to pop-ups, to participate as many pop-ups and events as we could, this was another one, because it was primarily me all the time like explaining the brand. So this was another huge challenge. And the moments where you actually put a lot of effort, not only in time but also in like money wise, and then you don't see as many results as you wish, then this is another huge one that we have to overcome. I remember that one day we were in a trade show for 5 days, I believe it was last year, and we have invested a lot of money in that one. And the first year we were in zero, so we didn't sell anything. And this is, I think, a huge one for entrepreneurs, because every time that you invest, you think that you're gonna make it back at least. And I remember as soon as I finished that day, I was like, you know what, I'm out of this. I mean, this is a lot. But then the cool thing about being an entrepreneur is like, you have to believe in yourself so much that you can wake up the next day and be like, hey, we can do this. And at the end of the day, the trade show ended up being really good, amazing. And so yes, I think in every step of the way we have to face every day with challenges in general. So it's just like, it's all about shipping, it's all about production, it's all about raw materials. It's, I mean, everything in general. But what is really cool about being an entrepreneur is finding your ways to find new ideas and to keep trying.
Awesome.
Persistence.
Great advice.
Yeah.
What are your best-selling products?
Well, rings. I think people really like rings. We have some like the ear cuff, the cuff as the one that you're seeing here. People really like it, because as I'm saying, like, men and women can wear it. Rings actually too. So we start with sizes that are more focusing on women, but after we realized it that men's also really like our products, so now we have from sizes 3 to 10. So this has been, I mean, for us, we're always focused a lot in rings when we're trying to design all of the pieces. So I would say overall, in terms of like all of the collections, rings will be the main ones.
Awesome. That's great. What is your future plan for yourself in San Francisco?
Yes. Well, I mean, I think that we want to add new materials to our collections. We're right now working on 2 new ones that we hope, at least for the new collection, we can have one more. So to recycle as many materials as we can with our pieces. This will be one, and the other one, so far we have been in pop-ups and stores in LA, in New York, in upstate New York, some in Miami, but we would love to keep growing in United States. In terms of Colombia, we have been in Bogota, but we would love to open to Medellin, for example. And then, because I told you before that one of our main customers are Asians, we would love to go to Asia and see how that will go. But that will be in the future. So
Gotcha.
let's see.
Makes sense. So be in business 3 years. What are some successful activities you've done to promote the brand? Whether it's marketing, whether it's, you said, trade shows, and what's been the most successful way you've seen to promote the brand?
I mean, I think that everything has worked. So start from like social media, either if it's organic or advertising social media, and also participating as many events and pop-ups as we could. That this has also been like awareness for the brand and has boosted our sales. Press has been a big one in terms of awareness. Of course, we're proudly to say that over, I think, more than 21 newspapers and magazine has talked about us, just like in an organic way. So this has been huge. But overall, I think the best one and the one I love the most is word of mouth. I know this is an old one, but I think this is a really powerful one. So we actually spend a lot of time in customer service because we strongly believe in community. So we know that, for example, if you buy one ring from us and you like it, and or if you have any issues, you write to us and we respond and we help you through that. You're gonna tell your friend about it and so on. So it's gonna start a ball that will grow and grow and grow. So I really love community, and I think this is why we spend a lot of time in like social media, for example, because we think that the more community you grow, the better, because people will talk about your brand and other people and so on.
Awesome, that's great. What advice can you give entrepreneurs that are looking to start an e-commerce brand?
Persistent, it will be the first one. It's not easy, and I think that entrepreneurship in general, it sounds really cool, but when you're in it, is not easy at all. I think just like if you can join as many courses as you want, like in terms of SEO or social media or anything, so you can increase at least the number of views on your website, that would be really cool. But I will also say that don't just leave it there. Like at first, also do many like in-person events. That way you will track people from in person to your website. So I will say like a little bit of both. So social media is really powerful one, and if you start building a community, that would be great. One thing that I will say that we started doing it more last year was that at first we were just showing to our community the good things that happened to the brand. So either, oh, we were featuring this place and this, and we did this, and we just launched a new collection. But then since we start working on the recycled glass, we faced many challenges through that collection, and we were telling the community, hey, we tried this, but it didn't work out, so we're gonna try another thing and try another thing. And this way you were feeling the interaction with like people's ideas to be like, why if you try this, and why if you like try that. So I think like social media is really powerful for that, for building a community that later on will track you to a website to give you like a good sales.
That is amazing advice. Camila, is there anything I haven't asked you that you want our viewers to know that I have not brought up?
Not that I can think so. I mean, I would say that if you wanna be an entrepreneur, just do it. Just jump. I think you feel that you're really alone in this, but you're not. And for example, these type of platform are really helpful because you realize that you're not alone in this. That there's like a bunch of entrepreneurs working by themselves at their houses, and then we can all create like a really cool community and help each other. And this is why I love about pop-up, for example, that you actually get to know other entrepreneurs that are dealing with the same challenges as you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's 100%. So the website is dfranciscojewelry.com. Do you want to put your socials are all DeFrancisco Jewelry, I believe,
Yes.
right? Oh, perfect.
Yes.
All righty. Well, thank you so much Camila for coming on, and I appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Stefan. Have a good one.
Thank you too.